You know, we've gotten a pot here and a pot there, one maybe gifted, and it was starting to look a little chaotic. I was like, okay, hold on, we need to refresh a little bit. Here's a fabulous set of 2 stoneware planters that instantly you couple 2 together and it creates this beautiful vignette of complementing sizes, because you're gonna get the large is 10.5 and this medium is a 7.25-inch pot. So if you wanna create this one vignette that feels very intentional, $32.99 gets us home. You also could break them apart, use them in a few different spaces, but M99248 is going to be your item number. Okay, Jordan, tell me all about these stoneware planters.
Yeah, these are so beautiful, Allie, and I think that's what we love about Garden Reflections is it's the attention to detail. So I always say you can have the most beautiful plant, either live or faux, but if you don't have the right planter, it's not going to look good outdoors, and so, or indoors for that matter. But you're getting 2 sizes. You're getting the small and you're getting the large, but this is absolutely stunning in design. So by Garden Reflections, and you can just see that there's elevation all the way around 360 degrees. So whether you like to do faux or real, you do have that removable drain hole in the base here. And so I love that. But really that 2-tone look that you're getting here. Now, this is, it's ceramic, and so it's really, really well made. There's some weight to this, but you're seeing, I mean, you can hear that, right? You're seeing that you're getting that 2-tone. It's a very terracotta look. And so when we think about going to the Greek islands, this is the type of piece that you're going to see at all of those luxury hotels, at those beautiful 5-star restaurants. This is what you're going to see. And it's fade resistant, it's rust resistant, and it's weather resistant. So this is going to stand the test of time year after year.
Yeah, it's also a really manageable size. You know, if you've over the years, you had those big planters and you kind of stopped going that route because it was too hard to move them when you needed to move them indoor or outdoor for the season, get that same presence and footprint by using 2 smaller planters. And the way you do it is 2 of the same finish, alternating sizes, so it gives you this really intentional grand look. You could put the topiary that we saw earlier right in here if you want to add the height, or if you have some of your sun patience and maybe your petunias, whatever the case may be, you can have them in here as well. But it's $32.99. You know, the last time I walked into a garden store, I wasn't walking out of there with 1 medium-sized pot for $32.99, let alone going into that 10.5-inch diameter. You know, those are usually twice as much. You're gonna get both of them. They're also gonna be on 3 easy payments, so you could break that up as well, $11. I always like to, Jordan, if I keep them inside, I leave the stopper in. If I take them outside, I take it out, so just so they drain properly.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that really helps to aerate the bottom of your plants. And so when you have this outdoors, and I love that we're talking about how you were designing, I'd love to have both of these and flank my doors on the outside. I've done that before. And so at this price, I would get 2 of these. And what I did in our outdoor space, right in the front of our entryway, I had a smaller topiary here on the small size. And then on the larger, that 10.5, I had a larger size tree, a bonsai tree. And we actually have that coming up in the show. But everything really complements each other. And it just added something that was so diverse and so elegant. So something shorter here and then something taller in the larger planter, and then getting 2 sets and flanking your doors with actually 4 of these. It's really a beautiful statement.
Yeah, well, and then you don't have that one big cumbersome urn style pot that you can't move. You know, and then once it's lived its best life, like what are you gonna do with it? It's so big. These are gonna be a lot easier to move around, to adjust, to bring in, to repot, to replant. And then it does create that really nice presence for you as well. So the medium size is a 7.25-inch, and then your large is a 10.5-inch pot. You know, a lot of the single plants that we sell at QVC fit really nicely in both of these sizes, so don't worry, it's going to adjust to the size that you plant it in, especially if you're planting like sun patience or things like that. M99248 is going to be your item number. You've got 3 easy payments to get it home for $11. You know, and when we step into stoneware, a lot of us, you know, Jordan, whether you've used other type of pots and they crumble over the years, but you don't want to buy a plastic pot, this is a really nice way to still get that nice stone that's going to handle the weather.
That's right. And so when you're thinking about stoneware, this has been, it's been heated twice. And so you know that this is really, really well made. And plus, I really find it important when you find something that is fade, rust, and weather resistant. And that is almost every single one of our items with Garden Reflections. So you know that this is going to look great, whether you keep it out in the snow, in the sun. It can be out all year long, and it's still going to look beautiful year after year.
All right, you've got 2 pots you're getting for $32.99. Most garden stores are going to charge you that much for 1 small pot. So take advantage. You've got the medium, which is the 7.5 inches or 7.25, and then the large is the 10.5. So 3 easy payments of $11. Great for your real plants, but also great for faux plants too. M99248 is your item number. Speaking, can I just bring these little guys with me?